The first thing we noticed was that the island wasn't on any map. Not Google, not the Coast Guard's charts, not even the old fishing maps Grandpa kept in his garage. But we could see it, just sitting there beyond the fog, 3 miles off the coast, like it had always been waiting.
It started with the lights. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., a faint orange glow flickered across the water. Not like a lighthouse, not steady, more like windows, moving. I thought it was boats at first, until I counted them. There were too many, and they weren't floating. They were rising. My name is Aaron, and I wish I had never bought that drone, because if I hadn't flown it out there, we would have never gone looking, and if we hadn't gone looking, maybe Tyler would still be alive. The drone feed cut in and out over the fog, static, wind distortion, then land, rocky shoreline, black sand, no trees, just one structure. A building, concrete, square, no doors visible from above, and those same orange lights glowing inside. Probably abandoned military, Tyler said, or a lab, Emma joked. Nobody laughed. The next morning, the island was gone, just ocean, flat and empty, like it had never existed. But that night, 2:17 a.m., the lights came back. We rented a small fishing boat, just the 3 of us. We told no one, because if this was something secret, something hidden, we wanted to be the ones who found it. The fog rolled in halfway there. Thick, wrong. It didn't move like fog. It felt like it was breathing. The GPS started glitching, coordinates looping, compass spinning. Then, thud. We hit shore. The island was colder than the ocean air. The sand wasn't sand. It was ash, fine, gray, soft, and warm. The building stood in the center. No windows, no markings, just smooth concrete. Except now there was a door. It wasn't there in the drone footage, I'm sure of it, but now it stood slightly open, orange light leaking through the crack. Maybe we shouldn't, Emma whispered. Tyler was already walking. Inside, the air hummed, low frequency, like distant machinery or breathing. The walls were covered in scratches, not random, tallies, thousands of them, grouped in 5s. People were counting, I said. Or something was, Emma replied. There were rooms, all identical, each one empty, except the last. The last room had chairs, 3 of them, facing a wall. On the wall, a screen, dark. Behind us, the door slammed shut. The orange lights turned red. The screen flickered on. Static. Then, us, standing outside the building, moments ago. From above. Drone footage. That's not possible, Tyler said, because none of us were holding the drone. The footage fast-forwarded. We watched ourselves enter the building, walk down the hallway, step into this room, sit in the chairs. But we were still standing. On screen, we sat down, perfectly calm, smiling at something behind the camera. The version of me on the screen slowly turned his head and looked directly into the lens. His smile widened, too wide. Then The screen went black. Behind us, 3 more chairs scraped across the floor, slowly, like they were being pulled by invisible hands. Emma started crying. Tyler backed toward the door. I couldn't move, because carved into the wall behind the screen were 3 fresh tallies, still bleeding dust, and underneath them, our names: Aaron, Emma, Tyler. The lights went out. In the darkness, something shifted, not in the room, in the air, like space folded, like the island hid. When the lights flickered back on, Tyler was gone. 1 chair was occupied by him, smiling, frozen, eyes open, not breathing. The screen turned back on. Now it showed the shoreline, our boat drifting away, untethered. Then it zoomed out, higher, higher, until we saw the island from above, small, isolated, surrounded by endless black ocean. Then it zoomed out further, and we saw more islands, dozens, identical, appearing and disappearing in the fog, each with the same building, each glowing orange, each waiting. The final image on the screen, a map covered with red dots, spreading closer to the mainland. The humming grew louder. The walls began adding new tallies by themselves. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Emma grabbed my hand. "What does it want?" she whispered. The screen answered. 3 new chairs appeared, facing us on the other side of the room, occupied by 3 more versions of us, watching, smiling, waiting. And at exactly 2:17 a.m., the island disappeared again, taking Emma with it, leaving me alone on the mainland, with ash in my pockets and a new orange glow flickering just outside my window.